was reaching for the stitched rectangle, but fate had other plans. The sandwich was crooked, the plate was warped, and the sentiment cut completely off center. Now armed with nothing but a bone folder and sheer determination, she's back in the craft room, ready to layer, emboss, and reclaim her dimension. Will her cardstock survive another pass? Will her new release order finally ship? Will she remember where she put that one flower die? Tune in for another chapter of Die Cut Diary, where every cut has a story and every layer has a little drama, only on JMarieDesigned.
No, Pam, that is not me singing. Welcome, friends, to another episode of the Die Cut Diaries. No, I can't sing, Pam. Lala always laughs because I always tell this, because she always asks me, is there anything you can't do? And I always say, I cannot sing. Uh, aw, T, I'm glad you're here. I wasn't sure if it was Tim actually live or if they were just going over the class that he's doing at the end of the month with Scrap Fest or Stamp Timber, whatever one it is, Stamp Timber. Um Pam, my mama used to tell me to hum in church, is how much I could not sing. I love to sing and I will sing. Um Me in the car, complete concert. The louder the better, but yeah, no, can't sing. So today I'm going to work through my KCC19 that I have all cut and ready to go. Some of these are uh mystery, or not mystery card kits, bonus printables. Some of these are from Not Too Shabby, I think. Oh, yeah, that chat gets moving, flying. It's almost like you just have to turn it off and just watch the video. I'll go back and watch it. I was watching Debbie J, but then I had to shower and get ready. I did 3D print this holder. Isn't that nifty? Let me show you what else I 3D printed. I printed this unicorn dragon thing. I need to finish painting his eyeballs. And then I printed um ink block or stamp pad holders. I need to get heavy duty magnets. Yeah, my kids will put up with it, but I don't know if they like it or not. But usually it's just me in the car. When I used to take my trips to Illinois, like 11 hours from Mobile to up by St. Louis, yeah, I would sing a lot. It was either singing or it was podcasts. All right, so I have these cut, and if you're on the replay or if you're new to Kendra's card challenge, there are so many different ways that people organize. If you do card by card, you can do like cut all the sketches at once, which is what I have here. And then I use these little snappy envelopes and I print out a picture of my sketch, which this one has all the cutting dimensions on it, so you can do one by one. And then um, usually all my pieces are in here, and then I put in my completed, this is just a card front, in there when I'm all done. So then I can go through, and so if they're snapped shut, those are the ones I have pretty much completed. And then like this one is actually a not too shabby one. So they're all different. But that is how I organize them. So here is my sketch for sketch number 5. Here are my pieces. And this is actually 2. This is not too shabby, and then this one is the bonus printable. So they just all get stuffed in their um little plastic sleeve, and they're all numbered, and I just reuse these through every challenge. They just get reused. So I always have, hey Anna Marit, I always have them labeled. And if there's extras, then you like sometimes like sketch 15 will have, 4 cards out of it. So they all the pieces just go in the same envelope. And can you believe that we are getting ready to start October 1st will be KCC20? That means Kendra is coming up on 5 years of card challenges. That's a lot of card challenges. That's a lot of work that woman does. Plus, she's a school teacher on top of that, and a mom. So, and a wife, and a grandma, and all of that. So, yeah, she is amazing. So, the bonus printable, I was going to go over kind of who gets what. So, the bonus printable, if you are on the Patreon membership, which the links are in the description box below, there are bonus printables available for up to 1 year. You can get 1 year's past bonus printables for the official tier. If you are an all access tier, you get 2 years worth of bonus printables. And if you are in the VIP tier, you get all of the bonus printables. But this is on the back of your PDF printout from kendrascardchallenges.com, and it's a free PDF. Excuse me. A free PDF that you will have your card sketch to cut down 6 by 6 sheets of pattern paper. And then also you will have, and within those, there will be 15 card sketches, which you can do them. T, don't let it fool you. This, my husband suffers with PTSD, and one of their like traits is hyperfocus. And I don't know if I have PTSD from his PTSD or what, but my hyperfocus or ADHD hyperfocus is organizational things. So I love page protectors and little envelopes and sorters. And do I put them to good use? Probably not, which could be a whole other episode of Die Cut Diaries. Not just Mystery Kit Mayhem, which we're not using Mystery Kit. I was going to, and then I had these already done. So I figured we might as well just plug through them, see how many we can get done. This is the bonus printable from August. So every month, Kendra comes out with a bonus printable. And this one had sentiments, ephemera. Then I'll just show you. This is all of the papers that were included. All of these. So you had more than enough to do all of your card sketches for all of them. And so I just printed out, I used, you can see I used 2 different papers. This one I ran through the laser printer because then I can foil the sentiments, which I love to do. And this one is printed on the koala paper. And you can see here the difference in the colors, the color of the paper, but also just how it prints. This koala paper is my favorite. I know T uses something different to print her printables on. But this is the one that Biddy Penny had recommended, and so that's just what I go for. So we are going to start with, I think, number 5. I think I have all the others done. Let me let me get this out of my way. So these are all my little scraps and some extra ephemeras. Ephemeras? Ephemera? Ephemerae? Is there a plural of ephemera? Or is it just a blanket statement of ephemera? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, let me get that out of the way. Oh, gotcha. And I know you said that prices went way up on the paper. I haven't checked. I use it very sparingly. So let me just show you the ones I have done. Um, so this is sketch number 1, and this is the bonus printable papers, which I love this. That could be totally doubly doos and googly gook, right? I can't even think of the word. Like multi-purpose. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Um, so it could be, you know, masculine, feminine. Words are so hard today. Seriously, this week, brain fog is bad. So if I stumble on my words or if I get something wrong, it's gonna happen. So this is sketch number 1. Feminine, birthday, anniversary. Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry you're sick. You know, it could go for anything. So that's sketch number 1, and that one is done. So we snap that back up and it goes back in our little holder. All right, sketch number 2, which is one of my favorite sketches. And these are from the bonus printable again. But I love this big banner here. And isn't this a little bear? Look at that. Look at that. And the colors. I think that's the other thing. I will probably print this one out and use the papers again. I love the colors. All right, so there's number 2. Number 3. We'll see if this one's done. And I think I have multiples in here for this. Oh, no, it's just a thick one. So here is sketch number 3. We got some enamel dots, and these are just card fronts. I haven't put them on a card base yet. But look at those flowers. They're so pretty. So the bonus printables make it really easy, but also if you are, you know, on those tiers that get the bonus printables, you can share them in the Facebook group. All right, so this one shows that I have the not too shabby parts cut as well. And so this is the one using the bonus printable for sketch number 4. And I think we're just going to stick with the bonus printables going through these. Oh, that one I started. Okay. We're going to start with number 5. And we're just going to see how many we can get done in the next 47 minutes. We'll see. So sketch 5, which is one of my favorites because it has this little banner thing. I've got stuff jumping out. Pokey tools jumping out. I have to share. I made this a while ago when I was doing my fake bakes and clay figures and stuff like that because we use them for resin as well. But look at the little dangly bops that I made here that had ice cream. Abner is again voicing his chagrin that nobody is sitting in there watching him pick one piece of food at a time out of his food bowl. All right, let me find my little container of sentiments. And I think we're going to go with I don't have, well, somewhere I have sentiments that they're not this one. I've got a whole bunch of little trays of sentiments. I think we'll go with thank you. And a wobbly bit. And some of them are foiled and some of them are not so foiled. Or may your fall be full of quiet wonder. I think we're going to go with thank you. So I usually print them out, I foil them, and I keep them just in little trays. So this one goes together super fast. I'm not putting it on a backer or another layer at the moment. That's hilarious. They are weirdos. Abner is a big weirdo. He will take um his food and he picks the like chicken bits out. He gets like chicken and rice. I don't know, it's got like little things of chicken in there. And he will pick the little chicken pieces out and then he tosses it around the room and chases after it, and then eventually he'll eat it. And then he will go back, grab another one, toss it around the room, barking and bouncing at it, and it takes him forever to eat. Hey, Shanna Banana, we are doing Kendra's card challenge using bonus printables, and I need something to stick there. And a thank you. And let's see what I have that I can punch out, cut out. How about a sunflower? Oh my gosh. Pam, she is the queen of made up words. We're going to use the sunflower, and I think we're going to use it in place of this thing that I punched. So I got to trim it down though because I can't fussy cut with extra paper. And I may have found the scissors I like. Anna Marit suggested these, and they're the Tim Holtz ones. They're not quite as narrow as I want. What I really want, what I really, really want is I want like these Spellbinders ones, even thinner, in squeezy scissors. And that is my soapbox that I get on every week because I hate fussy cutting. And it's becoming more and more, I just need to practice at it more and we'll get it. How was the gym, Shanna? Did you get a good workout? And today it is blazing hot, but you know what? It's Friday. It's Friday. It's all good. Anyone have any fun plans for the weekend? I do not. I'm going to craft and clean. I need to tidy up my little. When Walmart had all their back to school stuff, oh, storms tonight. I don't think we have any storms coming in. Protein for lunch. I made the best dinner last night. And it was a recipe kind of that popped up. It's one of those AI um generated recipes that may or may not have all the ingredients, but a lot of times I just share them so that it's like, oh, hey, I like the idea of this recipe. And so I can go back and, I'm not going to follow a recipe anyway. I put my own thing on it. Um, but it was like pizza pasta casserole, and you could make it without the pasta, and it had um sausage. It had um bacon. It had pepperonis, had onions, bell peppers, mushrooms. And so I sauteed all of that down. And then I made pasta because Jacob likes pasta. So we had pasta, and I mixed it together with the pasta and then added um cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese, and mixed it together. And then I sprinkled more mozzarella and Parmesan over the top. And and some, a little bit of spaghetti sauce. or marinara or whatever you have in your cupboard. We had a half open jar of spaghetti sauce in the fridge, and so that's what went in there. And then I put it in the oven and baked it for like 25 minutes. So the cheese gets all brown and um, bubbly and good. And then the pasta that's poking up around the edges get a little bit crispy. It was so good. And then tonight we're making, again, a potato, cheesy potato and corn chowder with smoked beef sausage. Pam, you don't do veggies. Luckily, my kids, everybody here eats veggies. So it was good. But it tasted just like a pizza. Like if you just pulled the topping off the crust of pizza, that's what it was. And it was so good. No fungi. Yeah. I love mushrooms. I love all of it. And I would probably eat it without the pasta and just the veggies and the meats. But you could do it like with chicken or anything really. It was good. All right. Put our sentiment on there and we got one down. No mushroom. You guys, what's wrong? These are big slices, chunky slices of portobello mushrooms. They're delicious. Our Walmart shopper that we've had the last couple times, I don't know if we've had the same person, I doubt it, but they've picked out the best veggies for us. All right, there is sketch number 5. Done. And this is a bonus printable. So in our little container it goes, and we'll put it away. All right, so number 6. And this one I kind of started already. Um, it's got lots of pieces. So here is our sketch. Oh, you know what? We might reuse that. We'll just move that on earlier. One of these days on a Marit, we'll go live together. Because I figured out how to use my video ninja stuff. Let me nope, is that what I wanted to do? There we go. That was a little bright. Sorry about that, guys. To add people to my stream. So what I did is I cut these down and then I just washi taped them together. And we're just going to leave the washi tape on there. But I got to figure out how, I think these are 1/4-inch pieces here. We're just going to make them 1/4-inch. Just so that I can use my nifty Pear Blossom Press tea ruler because it's fun. So let's see, it goes this way. The little skinny ones go on top. So we've got a hop this weekend. We've got a live stream hop for Kendra coming up. But I think there's the hop for the August winners in the showcase. We just need that on the top. There we go. Hey, Yvette! How are you, friend? Did you go to water aerobics this morning? Or water walking, whatever? I forget what it is that you do. Water or something. Water workout. Shanna's been to the gym. All right, so then we've got our thingy bobber. But I need a sentiment. I need a sentiment. Let's see, what do I have in here? I think we're gonna cut one of these girls. Aquafit, that's what it is. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Well, on a it's almost, well, I guess it's almost 8:30, or yeah, 7:30 there. You might as well just, you know, put on jammies if you're not still in them, and call it an afternoon. All right, we're doing some quick fussy cutting. Man, this is two things that I fussy cut. But I think she will look pretty. Oh, dog fight. Probably fighting over lamb chop. Um, I love water aerobics. When we were in Alaska, the base had a pool, and I used to teach water aerobics, and it was so fun. And who my mom just turned 83. She goes and does water aerobics all the time. Let's see. How about you are my fave? The dogs are fighting. I love water aerobics. It's so, especially if you've got, any joint issues, and you don't even have to swim. You can just go, you can go walk, just walk back and forth, walk laps. You can, swing your arms and kind of paddle, but it's good for it's good for you. I love being in the water. I love to swim and stuff. My husband, the Coast Guard, 21 years in the Coast Guard, hates water. Well, and I mean, there's reasons, but I love it. Yeah, that would be good. The stretching and stuff. I think that's kind of what my mom likes to go. My dad does the walking, just back and forth, and my mom likes to do, the jumping up and down and with her arms flapping back and forth. All right. So there is sketch number 6. I like that one. Isn't that cute? She's so cute. Are you having troubles with Google Translate again? All right, let's get on to sketch number 7. And this one has some funky little pieces, and we'll see if I can get them going the right way. And not mix up the ones that I have from Not Too Shabby. All right. Her Google Translate's making her say things twice. All right, let's do our little dry run here. These little tiny pieces, at least these are only single-sided though, and not really directional. So I should be okay. So let's see. These are going to be the big ones. So one there. The least amount of people. I agree. I agree. I don't particularly care for a lot of peopling. All right, there we go. There we go. Here. This is like putting a puzzle together on this one. This one. And I probably should have cut my base down a little farther, because I think it's too big. Haha, we did it. So this one, and then it's got this banner. Um, let's see. I might use approach with caution, I bite. Um, I finally found, well, it wasn't really even a swim, it was a swimsuit, but it was like just above the knee, um, like biker shorts, and then a tank type top. It was all one piece. And then now I have one that has the biker shorts, um, and then kind of a dress top to cover all the, you know, the bits that float. But we used to have a pool here at the house, but we don't anymore. It's where my building sits at the moment. I love to swim. We spent summers on the lake, you know, or at the pool. I did swim team and we swam all the time. Water skied, all of that. All right, let me cut down my base because I think this is too long. Yeah, maybe not. Just a little bit. We'll just trim it after. We're going to start at the top and work our way down on this one. All right, so we'll start over here in the corner. Let me put my sketch up there so you guys can see it too. We're going to start in the corner. And try and keep, and we'll trim it, you know, if it doesn't come out the way. My youngest kiddo wears like board shorts. They're so cute. But that's what her she wears board shorts and a tank top type top. Blabner. Let's see. This way. Yeah, those would be comfy. All right. Now we go with a stripy one. Abner loves to come in and he steals my little scrap bag of papers, sits kind of Abner height, and he likes to come in and steal them. And some of these are get pretty complicated. All right, I got a tickly hair on my arm somewhere. We're gonna have to trim a lot off this one. Oh, but I bet that's cute, Yvette. And it would be comfy too. But yeah, if you know, if you burn, gotta be careful. Oh, I kind of like this. All right. We're getting there. So have you guys finished KCC19? Has anyone done a completed set? I know Anna Marit's been working on hers. I know Yvette's done hers. You've done 3. I know you've been busy with them. And then you also just did your sheet load of cards too, right? Which I love the sheet load of cards um this month. It is adorable. All right. Now we just trim it down and nobody will know. I have grand, intentions of getting them all done. And so that's why today I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and that's what we're going to do. We are going to go through and see how many we can get done. That's a little crooked. That's all right. See, trim it down. Nobody will know. And a large word, die, or object with a sentiment. And we're going to pop her up. Let me find my foam. Yeah, we're going to pop her up a little bit. And then I may have to find a sentiment that works. And again, I use craft foam. I have some foam tape, but right now the craft foam is cheap. And I can get it, I have it in all different thicknesses. You didn't finish them till August. Well, you still have September. And then we start a new one October 1st. All right, we're going to put our those magnets, man. So I don't know if I've showed. I got a new glassboard studio. Well, from Glassboard Studios, I got the little one. I don't have a lot of room for for a big one. But man, those little magnets that come with it, the little pawn looking ones, they will bite your fingers. All right, let's find a pretty sentiment to go with her. Let me take all this stuff out. I think I want a foiled one. Thank you. Happy birthday. That's kind of a big one. Let's see. How about just hugs? Just hugs. And those are not from the bonus printable. They are in a different tray somewhere. All right, let's get her on the middle here. I like too though, but if you depending on the papers or whatever that you use, you can always go back and finish them, or change them up, or if you've got pieces cut, you can always go back. There we go. All right. Number 6. She doesn't look like the huggy type. Well, she's sending air hugs. I could have put the little lion, but I forgot. There's a flower, a big flower. All right, that was, I lost my envelope. Number 7. I know. Shanna, you and Tracy are so busy. But all right, let's move on. Shanna, this is actually the bonus printable for August. So I'm a little behind. All right, here is, and we've got some not too shabby pieces in here. Probably more than 9. That's a not too shabby. That one, this one. little bits. Those go here. All right. I have not done this one yet, so I am not sure what this one is going to look like. But we have to cut down a piece of a base piece. Let's see if I have one that'll match. Close enough. We're going to do blue. So this one has to go to 4.5 by 3.25, and that's probably wider than sarcasm, right? I am not the super sarcastic one. My kids, my husband, now that's sarcastic. All right. So we've got one here, one here. Oh, this is an easier one. I think we'll put the yellow going this way. Like that. Let me find a strip. Here we go. I need a little strip of paper for my sentiment, because you got these little teeny banners that hang off of there. But my kids are all fluent in sarcasm. Sarcasm and song lyric is how it works here. I am not. I would love to be sarcastic. I can be, if I have a moment to think about it. That's why I'm the worst person for arguments, because I'm not like super quick-witted. And my dad and my sister are that way. Like really just sharp, cutting, sarcastic in seconds. Like it doesn't take any. But for me, if I get in like a verbal argument with somebody, I guess all arguments are pretty much verbal. Um, it's like later I'm replaying it in my head and I'm like, man, I should have said this. It comes to me later, not, at the moment. All right, so then these have little teeny, goodness. Little tiny banners. But we're only going to put 2 on there. It calls for 3, but we're only doing 2. Native language. All right, let's get this glued down so we can see. All right, we got 17 minutes, more or less. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I appreciate you being here. I know there's a lot going on today, too. Other lives and stuff. I mean, who can compete with Tim Holtz? So I really appreciate you being here, unless, you're watching on 2 screens or 2 devices. All right. And then this one. You're all people. You know what? There's nothing wrong with the OPN at all. It should be a priority. Aw, thanks, Shanna. I know T did too. That makes me feel good. I'm trying to be more consistent with my lives. I need it for me, it's my, it's mental health. Saw enough inspiration. You are the inspiration, T. You are your inspiration for everybody else. I love your Halloween book. journal that you're working on, and Dawn's paper bag book. Oh, to Bellevue. Oh, I miss Washington. This is probably supposed to be a little thinner, but you know what? We're gonna overlap. There we go. All right, now let's find a sentiment. Hold on, let me find the other sentiments. I'm telling you, I have trays of sentiments everywhere. That one needs a long, skinny one. I think that's appropriate. Those are from Sarah Liz from Sassy's LLC. Oh, that cracked me up. It's the first one I saw. So we're just gonna snip this one down. It does fit the girl. Maybe I could switch her out. I've got a couple. There's some more in here. Um, Sarah Liz, I love her sentiment. See, this is my, well, there's a bunch of them, but those were all about like margaritas and all that stuff. But this would go good with the girl. She kind of has that vibe. Grab the tequila. All right, let me find her. She was number 7. Let's see if we can. We're stuck down. We could make a little thing, but then it doesn't fit. It's all right. But that would have been cute on there. Grab the tequila. Or any of her other ones in here that are all about uh um beverages. So I print out all of, see, this is how I do it. These are all of my different sentiments. Like these are kind of, well, a lot of these are Sarah Liz. Most of them are Sarah Liz. Um, but like she had a whole one on like donuts, and then one using the coffee. I've got congratulations, the mouse, which would go with the ones that T was doing last night. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. But yeah, there's a whole you're the zest, sending you a big squeeze. I'm sorry, I was so sour. I think I need to add that one on there somewhere. You know, adapt and overcome. All right, so that one is done with grab the tequila. I could probably have done a whole series of um just these. But I can do, let's see. Let's cut this down. And we're going to split it. And then let's glue it down and we'll make it fit over where it says hugs. That's the perfect one. All right, let's snippy snip. And we're just going to tuck that right up underneath, right over the top where we put the other one down. Nobody will know. Nobody will ever know. There, see? That does go with her better. She kind of has that look on her face, like, like my kids used to do. That's hilarious. All right, so this one is number 8. I don't know that we're going to get all 15 done, but that's a lot more than I had done. All right, so we got 7, 8. Let's see what number 9. Oh, we might skip this one. Let's see what number 10 is. we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna set this one aside. That's a lot of little squares. Let's see what number 10 is. Oh, see? That one is like 2. And look, we can find another fun sentiment. That's that one. I need another card base. I think this one we're going to do on some craft. I need to cut more bases. 4 1/4. Let's see. Let's go back to the yippee, hooray. That one's kind of fun. That would work there. Some of these are so funny. Look, there's another grab the tequila. We're just going to go with that theme right now. So this one is just some papers and some enamel dots or little embellishments, whatever you have going on there. All right, we got 7 more minutes. Let's see what else I have in my little I might cut, you know what? I'm just going to cut. This was the like little sampler thing of what was in, but I think I'm going to cut it down and use it as its own little block. You have time? Let's see right there. So this is just like the little showing what's going to be in there, but we're going to use that as part of our paper. We're just winging it. All right, let's get, oh, you know what? Too bad there's not more yellow. I have little lemon slice what you call it? sprinkle things. All right, let's get some dots on here. Let's go with, I always end up flinging these and then it doesn't go where it's supposed to go. I need to get like my little, I think I have a little, like, it looks like a shovel from the Shakerty Bits. That's what they are. All right, we're just going to fingers. All right, and then we're gonna go with this blue up top. I don't use these enough. I forget that I have, well, I don't forget that I have them. I just don't put them on there. Oh, that's way off. There we go. All right, grab the tequila. There's number 10. We're skipping number 9 at the moment. Let's see what number, oh, number 11 is little boxes. I can do that one. I do hoard them. I love enamel dots though. I love them. I use them sparingly. All right, let's see what color for this one. Let's go with that color. I do hoard them. I'll admit, I have an enamel dot problem. And that's just a portion. That's just a portion of them. All right, let's audition our pieces here. We got to figure out which ones go where. All right, so we've got 2 of the same. So top, bottom. And then I'm going to tuck it under and under. And then I think I'm going to come. No, we're going to stick to our sketch. It is. It's a problem, Pam. It's a problem. That and shaker bits. Which is funny because I have trays and trays of shaker bits from making fake bakes because we use them as sprinkles on cupcakes and stuff. All right, so we're not tucking this under because I glued it down. And so I have tons of them. I'm just gonna set it down gently at the moment. To move it up just a little bit. That pattern on there is deceiving. It makes me think that my paper is crooked. I need to refill my glue. It's getting down to the... All right, there we go. Now we need another sentiment. Let's see if I can find another funny one. Pretty sure I have another tequila one in here somewhere. Sorry I was so sour. Grab the tequila. I'm live. Have a good nap. Jeff is laying down for his old man nap, which is funny because my youngest kiddo, Maddie, has never called him dad. She is 21 now. She calls him old man. And so that's what Jacob calls him too. The kids will come in, and it's funny because when we're out and they are talking to him, you know, they'll be like, "Hey, old man," when they want to ask him a question. And yeah, he's like standing there, scared me at first because I looked up, I didn't hear him come. Usually the dogs give him away when he walks down the hallway, but I didn't hear him coming. But he's like, "I'm going to take my nap." But yeah, the kids have always called him old man. Hey, old man. That's it. That's just what they call him. It's fitting. Some days he's a grouchy old man, like today. Today is one of those days. PTSD is rough. All right. So there is number 11. Done. All right. 10, 11. Oh, that's a lot of little pieces. That's a lot of circles. That's a lot of strips. That's a lot of paper. Sometimes I wonder. I love this paper. Let's go with the circle-y one. So the sentiments, for anybody that's watching that doesn't know or is on replay, the sentiments are from Sarah Liz, which is Sassy's LLC on all the things. And she has some adorable sentiments, and she is definitely embraces the sassy part. Kind of like that, but I don't have a place to use it at the moment. All right, where'd my other, there it goes. We're gonna punch our circle out of the center here. You know, that's just what they call him. Maddie Grace started it and it stuck. And so they just call him old man. All right, and we're gonna find a, how about may your coffee be strong. That'll work. And then I need to figure out what color. I didn't cut a base. There you go. That one works. Oh, haircut sounds good. I haven't had a haircut in many years. My hair is down past my, way past my waist. All right, 5 1/4. This one's supposed to be 4. Embossed. Oh, scratch that. I have an embossed base we can use right here in my stack of papers, and it's yellow. That even works. It's just leaves. So, hey, looky there. That's why you save the things. All right. All right. So I didn't cut other ones. Got those two. We've got that one. I think that needs a bigger circle. I have punches that I bought basically just to cut the, we're going to cut out this one, the sentiments from Sarah Liz. And all right, I need two little ones. We're just mixing up colors today. Oh, short would be super cute, Pam. I used to have like really, really short hair. And I loved it. But I haven't had a haircut in a while. All right, this kind of hangs over. Those are straight. We've got our coffee. And that goes in the center. And I think that'll be just wonderful. All right, let's start with one side and we'll move across. Must have lost Shanna to go eat her lunch. My tummy's growling. When I was in college playing volleyball, my hair was always super long. And then I let it grow out. And then I cut it off. And then I had kids. S'mores. She's lurking. Two s'mores. How do you make just two s'mores? Do you make them in the microwave? Do you have little people that you're feeding? I loved it when my hair was short. Jeff likes my hair long. He likes it when I put it in braids, so my hair stays long. And it's easy to just throw up in a but no kids. So you were just enjoying the s'mores, huh? That sounds good. I don't have chocolate or graham crackers or marshmallows. I don't have a gas burner either. Um, I did make some pumpkin chocolate chip muffins that were delicious. So I do have those. All right. Number 13. We just got to trim this off. That looks kind of weird. May your coffee be strong. The pumpkin muffins are delicious. And I have the little Pampered Chef, like the mini uh bite, like brownie bite pan. So it makes little square, they're like little 1.5-inch square muffins. They were good. All right. So I have 4 left, but they're all lots. So we're going to save those for later. But I have gotten done 1 through 11 and number 13. I used to sell Pampered Chef when we lived in Alaska, and that stuff lasts so long. The pumpkin muffins were good. because they had mini chocolate chips in them. Here, I'll even go so you guys can hold on. There. We'll see if that works. Hey, friends. So, thanks for joining me for another episode of Die Cut Diaries. I love doing the Fridays, and I love trying to find funny little like soap opera like things to do. So I will be back next Friday at noon Central. Hopefully, well, I'll probably still be competing with Stamp Timber, but hopefully not Tim Holtz. Anyway, thanks for playing along, you guys. Thanks for joining me. I had fun in the chat. I love the cards. I love the whole grab the tequila thing. That was perfect. Perfect find. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Remember, be kinder than you need to be because you never know what someone's going through. So just be a decent human being. Anyway, much love, y'all. I will see you next week.
She thought she was reaching for the stitched rectangle, but fate had other plans. The sandwich was crooked, the plate was warped, and the sentiment cut completely off center. Now armed with nothing but a bone folder and sheer determination, she's back in the craft room, ready to layer, emboss, and reclaim her dimension. Will her cardstock survive another pass? Will her new release order finally ship? Will she remember where she put that one flower die? Tune in for another chapter of Die Cut Diary, where every cut has a story and